Good evening, everyone. Austin here with you. I want you to carve out a couple minutes. I want to give you an update, and I want to talk about opportunity mixed with difficulty. It seems to be the necessary ingredients, and I want to take a couple minutes here just to get into this conversation, give you an update on Flashpoint, what has happened, because when you talk about opportunity mixed with difficulty, I've had both of those, easy for me to say. Both of those things happened to me over the past 24 hours. Let me share with you what happened, and we're going to get a message from this. Hey, Mandy, glad to have you with us tonight. Give a shout out. If you're clicking on this, chances are your mind's racing. Probably your mind's racing. So take a moment. Grab a moment, get something from this, get the update before you move on. So here we go. I booked the hotel for Flashpoint Live, the live experience 1.0. It's your turnaround story. And I've had a lot of people share with me that this is like important to them now. They want to make a change. I've had multiple conversations, people reaching out, wanting something different. We set the event up as a live in-person event for people to carve out some space to really put an end cap on this year and prepare for 2021. But the news keeps coming out. I get a phone call from the hotel yesterday saying, well, New Jersey just put a new news release out saying you can't meet more than 10 people because the COVID spikes are up. So COVID spikes are up. New Jersey governor steps up and says, sorry, you cannot meet with more than 10 people in private meetings, so to speak. Stay with me here. The hotel calls me up and says, hey, your event's scheduled. What do you want to do? I said, let me think about it. Hung up the phone. I contemplated on this. What do I want to do? We have tickets sold. I have people that committed to come to this event. My name is on the line. My reputation is on the line. Before I continue with this story, let me just share with you, and I want to honor everyone here because I understand that you are somewhere on the spectrum of this in terms of your belief system about it, what you think. You might think it's crazy. You might think there's from people who think it's a conspiracy theory to people who have experienced people dying. Like there's all the in between. And I say in between the unconsciously complacent and the overly extreme lies the truth. And the truth will be revealed over time. Would you agree with me on that? And here we got some, they're up here too. UK, Cat 1, lockdown. Hey, welcome. How are you? Lockdown, stay at home. No mixing households. Right. So this is not like a New Jersey thing. This is a global thing. Yours truly is having an empowering event to help people turn their turnaround story in the middle of this. And I've had people question me on it. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? But there's a part of me that knows that there's a part of certain people that need this. They need to be in live correspondence with people. They want to convene with people. And we already have 10 tickets sold to the event. I made a phone call because for those of you, the exciting news is that the TV show Flashpoint is going to be relaunching. We're going to be recording this Thursday. We're going to air it we're going to air it this Friday, and we're going to call it Flashpoint Friday. It's your turnaround story. And I really want you to really grab a hold. I want you to grab a hold of your turnaround story. Can you say yes to that? Type in yes. And I don't mean you're doing anything with me. I just mean you're typing in yes. You're saying, I want a turnaround story. Not only me, but I want a turnaround story collectively, not just me individually, but I want to see collectively, I want things to turn around. So type in yes if that's you and you want a turnaround story. That's all you're committing to. There's no secrets here. You're just saying, yes, I want to turn around. So let's get back into the story. I call the TV station where the TV show is going to be launching. I tell you, here's the situation. And you're going to meet this guy. I'm going to interview Keith. You're going to you're going to get to know Keith, because I'm going to be working closely with Keith. Really a great success story. You're going to hear about that. I'm excited. I wish I could bring that to you right now, because there's a lot of good news here. Lots of good news. Okay. Thanks, Iva. Yes, I already know this. Awesome. So here we go. I make a phone call. I call the TV station. I tell them what's going on. He says, you can absolutely have your event here. Let me fast forward. Here's the rest of the story. And I'm actually going to be bringing on some folks here, so I want you to stay with me. We're going to be bringing on, we got guests tonight, so stay with this. You're going to get a lot out of this. Opportunity mixed with difficulty. Call the TV station. Yes, you can have your event here. And the good news is that now we have a TV station, a live studio audience. We're going to have a production team. We're going to have a panel of people. We're going to talk about things that matter to people who care, as Jim Rohn said. I love Jim Rohn, by the way. I'm quoting Jim Rohn tonight a lot. Jim Rohn says, opportunity mixed with difficulty seems to be the ideal thing that we all need, although we know we may not be able to embrace that. So opportunity mixed with difficulty. So I'm facing it in the middle of this. We say yes to the event. We say yes to an in-person event responsibly. And here's the other part of the story. If it is a performance-based event or a celebration, you can have up to 25 people, according to the sanctions as they sit now. Now, here's the thing. Had the hotel done the research, I may have never gotten the phone call. But the hotel didn't do the research. They weren't willing to work with me. Guess what? They lost my business because they didn't think out of the box. The guy didn't even make a phone call. He didn't even say, let me call my DM. Let me find out. I said, will you work with me on the price? No. Can you go over 10? No, but the rules have changed. The rules of the game have changed. We change. We say, and that's what I want. I want everyone to get this, like, be open to the journey, be open to the road. So we have a live TV studio audience. I say live. Of course, the event's live, but we're going to have a production team on Friday. The only change we had is the event's going to start Friday afternoon. And this is already shaping up to be a benefit. So let me just bring on, I'm rambling here, but I just want you to be a part of this. If you're somebody who's on the other side of the spectrum where you're like, COVID's real and we need to be safe, then I want you to stream the event. If you're somebody who says, listen, I need to get out. I'm not susceptible. I feel like I've had it anyway. And I feel like I'm ready to move on. Then we want you in the seats. We have tickets left. They're going to sell out. Let me do this. I'm going to bring on Emilio and Daniela because they've been to the events. And I just want to bring them on. I see them sitting here. So here we go.
Sees us sitting here.
I see you sitting there in the green room. I got Brandon going to come on too here soon. I might bring you all three on here in a moment. But Emilio, you've heard the story. You're coming to the event. I want to hit on this. Number one, what do you think about this change, right? We're going to do it at the hotel. Now we're going to be at the TV station. We're going to be filming. We're going to have a production crew. Like, this thing's opening up in a major way. And I just like, man, I'm just like, let's just go with it. Let's just embrace this. Yes. Let's just run with it.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. No, thank you. Thank you for having us, man. And yeah, we are so blessed to be a part of, everything that you've been doing, and we've seen your growth. You've been a major part of our growth in our family. And just the way you started off just made so much sense, in Jim Rohn's quote, right? With opportunity and challenges all mixed together. And I really see this being something positive. It really is. It's positive. And for those people that are looking for something different, and like you said, some people have had COVID, some people haven't, and you're not going to get people to agree. Like, some people should say, stay home, do what they're saying, mandate. And I've got other people here, business owners in Atlantic City, they're calling it pandemic. They call it covert. These are successful people. So we're not trying to convince anyone of anything, but we're just going to meet people right where they're at. And that's what I love about what you do, Austin.
Thank you. And we're excited to host this event. We have a lot of people in attendance, and I'm going to try to get Brandon back on. He had a bad connection. So Brandon, if you're in earshot, if you get to a good connection, I'd love to have you on here just for a few minutes, just to get your energy in here. And as we move through this. So here's the update, everyone. And Amelia, I want to get you to talk about the event as well. Mm-hmm. But we're going to start December 4th on Friday. I'm getting confirmation. It's going to be in the afternoon, probably around 1 p.m. So this way you can get into your Friday. If you got some business to take care of, whatever you got to get done, get that done. Take a little extra nap, little extra sleep, get rested, right? And then get into our space. Get into here. We're gonna have a panel. We're going to have a panel after dinner is my goal. I just talked to the person that's heads up production. And we are going to basically get some people on the stage. We're going to have some questions, some Q&A. If you're in the stream ticket, you're going to get the whole thing. We might open up a little sample stream on the social media platforms. And this is a great little venue that we're going to be taking advantage of. And I love panel events too, Mandy. So it's going to be great. So yeah. Emilio, I just want to ask you and Daniela, why should somebody, well, number one, why should they participate, whether they get the live and there is a difference in the live and in person, you can't beat it, but it is powerful to be able to connect your video like we're doing right now. Why should somebody come to the event, Emilio? Daniela?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let Jamina jump on here, but let me just share with you what we just found out. And they're talking about Pennsylvania. My wife just told me that Pennsylvania just limited their gyms. They're about to shut down again completely. So if you thought that wherever you're at on this, this is the time to really get grounded, get the tools you need. So whatever happens, whatever's beyond your control, whatever's beyond my control, if Austin has this event and it's going to go as planned, you need to get to this event now so that you can have the tools, you can have the strategies needed to spiritually, to physically be able to endure whatever's going to come down the pipe.
Yeah. And I appreciate, I want to get Brandon on here only because his connection. So you're going to meet Brandon right now. You're going to meet him at the event, but I'm going to throw him. He loves this. I just throw him into the stream like this. Brandon, what's up, my friend? Can you hear me?
Hey, is that the relationship coach? Is he the man?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I love how you have your arm around your girlfriend, wife. I don't know, but that's so important, man. It's so important to be true to the person you're in a relationship with. Now, I'm not a relationship coach by any means. I'm not a coach by any means. I'm just a normal everyday person, but I did a lot of wrongs in my life. And I know one thing, that behind every great man is a great woman. And behind every great woman is a great man. It's a mutually beneficial experience. So I might have to stay for Sunday. I wasn't planning on it, but I like
love to meet you, man. Love to meet you, brother.
Yeah, we're going to have some great energy. Yeah. Brandon, you got the news. I know you're hearing this. I don't know if you got the email. So some of this is dynamic, by the way, because I just believe in doing things like this because you get a more organic, you get like the raw kind of what someone's first reaction is. You know, I did send out an email earlier, but you're coming to the event, and now you just heard the update. Did you hear the update?
You're going to the RVTN or no?
RVN, yeah, we got approval. The hotel called me and they said, you can't have the event here, or you can only go up to 10. And I said, hey, will you work with me on the price? They said no. And I said, well, I'm out. I called the owner of RVN. We had a great conversation. He's all for it. And the real ruling is that if you're doing something that's performance oriented, you can go up to 25 people. So the hotel didn't get the information right.
Wow.
So they missed, it's not a severed relationship, but it's certainly, all I look at, this isn't like opportunity mixed with difficulty, right? Difficulty, opportunity. So now we have a brand new opportunity, and there's going to be, if you're a business owner or if you want to do some branding, we're going to have a production team on site. They're going to be recording this thing live, like in person. And just to piggyback on what you were saying, this might be a moment in time where you look back and go, oh my God, that was a live event. Because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the rules are going to be moving into next year. So this might be something that really becomes even more valuable, being able to get together with human beings.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Yeah.
So Brandon, while I have you on here, I know listen, Brandon is just a machine in a good way. Just always at it, walks his talk, lives what he says, and just I'm excited to have you here to get people around your energy, just to be able to help businesses, right? If you're into like managing data, trying to come up with solutions, Brandon's your guy. So Brandon, I'm glad to have you here. If you just want to say a couple words about, because this is your first time coming to this, right?
Yeah, it's my first time. I'm excited as ever. I thought the ticket was going to be like $800, because right after this in February, I'm going to a $2,500 event where I sit, 30 rows back and I act like I'm a hero. And I'm really just another human being in the rat race, right? But with Austin, I'm going to get front and center. I'm going to be participating with 10, 15, 20, 25 different people, 3-day event. I think the relationship on Sunday is going to be super, super, super valuable. I didn't initially sign up for that because I didn't initially know about it, but now that it's there, I think I'm going to have to bring my wife along and get engaged in that, because I think being good in your home life helps you be good in your business life. They go hand in hand. It's not like turning on a light switch where I'm going to be mean to my coworkers and lovely to my wife, or I'm going to be mean to my wife and lovely to my coworkers. They work hand in hand. So I need both, man. It's a personal, it's a mindset, it's a heart, it's a body, it's the spirit, it's everything. So I'm right on board with you, man.
I appreciate it. And I'll just be fully transparent. Like when I had some very difficult relationship hardships, and you know what happened? As my relationship that went down, so did my business. They're inseparable. So it's like we're farmers and we need to tend to the what's most important all the time, and they are connected. And Anilda's on here, so Anilda's going to be joining us. She's an incredible, awesome woman. Like just what a healing energy, fitness, nutrition, just has this holistic approach to life, believes in the body's ability to heal itself. So we're building an incredible team. And I just want to say, this is not about me. This is about you, because there's going to be breakthroughs here. There's going to be business ideas that are launched. You're going to get around people like Brandon. You're going to get around Daniela, Amelia, spiritual fitness. This is like an all-encompassing thing where we want to do a great job of creating an environment so you can get what you need. Beyond the words I say, beyond what you think it is, if you step into this space with these people, because I believe that's the number one thing. You get, and Brandon, you say this all the time. What's your number one rule?
Energy creates energy. You get what you put in.
What's that rule you always say?
Is that one of them?
No, what's the one thing you always say?
Resistance wears down resistance.
One more. Come on.
You don't have to be great to start. Just start to be great.
They all sound good.
What's the one thing you always say? It's like the number one basic. You just did it tonight.
I forget.
Show up.
I forget.
Show up.
Oh, show up.
What is it?
Brandon always says, show up. He goes, show up, man.
Stay late.
Yeah, this guy, show up, man. Like, show up. And sometimes just showing up is like, my God, you get into that energy, and it's like what's that? A rising tide. All boats rise in a rising tide. So we're excited. Here you go. Get up, dress up, and show up.
That's good.
In that order, because you don't want to show up without getting dressed.
If you're not dressed.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah.
So listen, we got some people on here. We got Mandy on here, Anilda's on here. We're excited. We want, if this feels right, like go with your gut. If this feels right and you go, I want to be here. I want to get out of my comfort zone. If you want to put a mask on, we're going to have plenty of hand sanitizer, well-ventilated room. Show up. If you feel like I don't want to be there in person, but you want to get a stream ticket, get a stream ticket. We're going to have a lot of fun. And by the way, we may have a good friend of mine who may be bringing in some music. So we may have, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be a good time. So Brandon, I just want to honor you, brother, for coming on here for a couple minutes. Any last words before you? I know you're in the car there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have a bad connection. I just left the gym, so I'm in my car. I do apologize. Can you just buy a ticket for Sunday? Can you just buy a Sunday ticket?
Yes, of course.
You can just buy a Sunday ticket?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you know of any two couples that want to go, I'll support their tickets. You find two couples, Amelia, two couples that want to go to Sunday, that's it, on the house. I'll make sure you get the Sunday tickets.
Two couples.
Wow, that's what a blessing.
Wow,
4
Brandon,
tickets, yeah, 2 couples.
So 4 tickets. Man, that's incredible.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know a couple.
Hopefully, listen, if you're going on Sunday, hopefully, and you're going to a relationship thing, hopefully you're bringing somebody. Is it a single thing, or can you go alone, or what?
You can go alone. Yeah, but you know what? That's a really good point. Let me hit that. So yes, okay. If you're going to a relationship thing, should you go as a couple? That's always an ideal situation, but it's not always available. right? Because you may have one person in a relationship that wants to improve, but the other person's like, no, I don't want to go. So if that's the case, come by yourself, because, you know, if you can change your perspective and you can show up differently, you're giving the other person an invitation to do the same. Whether they do it or not, you have no control. But if you do the right thing, you are doing your best to create the best outcome. We're going to have a free communications assessment. It's a very simple, invaluable exercise. You're going to learn a lot. We're going to talk about some really just basic things that a lot of us do. Maybe we can do better, just to learn about each other and to really step out of the monotonous, like, you know, how as a couple, you get into a monotony. It's like the same dance every day. And if you're not aware, it's like, when's the best time to work on a relationship? When it's neutral or when it's heading for the rocks? Like, when's the best time to work on a relationship? Now.
Best time to work on a relationship every single day.
Yep.
Every single day. And and I know, because I've had multiple situations come up recently, and I got like really good news on all of them, but it's a every day showing up and working on it. So listen, if I could like go over there and get the ticket for you, I would. But Brandon, you just offered 4 tickets, 2 couples. I mean, my God, man.
Blessing. Thank you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Emilio, if you know anyone,
Yeah.
any couples, let's get people there.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, Brandon and Austin, if you don't mind, since he put it out there, we're going to have this event this week. Maybe the first couple that shows up, but we can do something to make it worthwhile on behalf of Brandon and honor Austin. So thank you.
Yeah.
For that.
So let me just talk about that.
Yeah,
so Emilio,
100%.
you're
Man. Whatever you feel is best, do.
Thank you.
That's fine. All right, guys.
No.
I'm gonna roll. I gotta get to Ace Hardware. Before
Okay,
it shuts
thanks,
down,
Brandon.
I'll ruin my relationship with my wife and break my promise. Always keep your promises.
All right, Brandon. Thanks, man.
Look forward to meeting you soon, brother.
I'll talk to you later. All right.
God
Take
bless.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that's great. I mean, that's incredible, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's buying 4 tickets.
That's great.
Wow, what a blessing.
So
I'm already thinking of couples.
let's find out who they are.
Yep.
We'll get them there. I can't, we have a day. We can't do everything in a day, but we can cover a lot in a day.
Right.
We can cover a lot. We can get the ball rolling, because relationships are so important right now. And it's such a vulnerable place, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is a vulnerable place. Like it pushes us, it can push us to our deepest, darkest places, but it can also elevate us to our highest heights.
Yeah.
And that like those in between, that can be so scary, because you know where a relationship can go, but you're not in this alone anymore, right? You can come, you can show up, and we can start to make a difference. So I'm just glad to be able to grab this time. We got some exciting updates for Flashpoint. I'm excited. This is the first live event since I resigned.
Wow.
I am going to be bringing it. I can assure you, I'm going to bring it.
Yeah.
And we are going to make some moves. We are absolutely going to make some moves. And for business owners, like soul practitioners, life coaches, healers, we are going to roll up our sleeves, because we're going to talk about you not only just evolving as a person, but maybe there's some things we can do from a business standpoint as well.
Wow.
So let me just grab this. Jordan's on. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Just highlighted Jordan. He's got a book out. Incredible young man. And I'd love to get him to this event, but maybe he can stream. Mandy saying it's all about choice, and only you can make that choice. I'm hoping Mandy can stream with us, and we can get her on Zoom and hear her beautiful voice chime into to the event. But I appreciate your time, Danielle, Amelia. Is there anything else you want to say before we bring this to a close?
Tomorrow morning we're going to be on with our spiritual sunrise, and I would love for you tomorrow, if you wanted to jump on for a few, and maybe even talk about the ticket, and maybe offer it to a couple and give people an update, because they've been following you.
Let's do it. Let's do that tomorrow. And do you have any spots open for your weekend?
Yeah, we have 2 spots available right now for
You want to
Saturday
talk
only.
about that? You want to just share that
Yeah,
quickly so
sure,
people
sure.
know what's going on?
Sure, thank you. Yeah, so Danielle and I here, we're in Atlantic City, and the Reader's Digest version is this. We're going to pay for your parking, we're going to pay for your meal, and we're having a 4 hours where we're going to walk on the beach. We're going to do some journaling and share with you the core of what we do at Spiritual Fitness, which is quite simply, we speak on gratitude, we speak on forgiveness, and we talk about getting involved in service.
And how often do you need that? Is this like once time and you're done?
Yeah, so what we're doing, this is going to be kind of like the launch pad, and we're trying to figure this out, but this is all evolving as we're learning how to pivot with what's happening. So we're looking forward to having more of these.
More of them, right? Because how often do you need forgiveness?
Oh,
Every day.
that's like the Bible says, what, 7 times 7?
All the time.
But it's an everyday thing.
All the time. It's like how often, how much, when does a woman need your attention?
All the time.
All the time. Just like forgiveness.
It's
All
just like forgiveness.
the time.
You know,
So this is another really 70 times 7. There you go, Jordan.
there you
That's how
go.
often
Amen.
if you're wondering how often do you forgive, there's your answer.
That's right. That's right.
We got a good source on that. 70 times
That's right.
7.
There
Now
are
we-
no justifiable, right? There are no justifiable resentments, Wayne Dyer and everyone.
Yeah, and if I would take it a step further, I would, take the number 8 and turn it on its side. That's how often you should forgive. So,
Wonderful, brother.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. You know what, Austin? So just to finish it up, if you're interested and you're in the area, please let us know within the next 24 hours. It really is. If we had to put a dollar amount on this, this is going to be well over $900. So we're giving this to you for free because people are hurting. It's the same reason we're participating with Austin, because he sees that people are hurting. They need a community, and that's what we're building, a community.
yeah. So, Millie, if you have a link, you want to put it in there, please do.
Thank you. Appreciate
And
it.
I'm just going to talk about this real quick as we close out. I'm giving out this for anybody that buys an in-person ticket. I created this wall art that you can take with you as a reminder to stay in a state of peaceful power. So that means that, and we're going to do some exercises at the event that are going to help you really anchor this in. And so what that means is you want to stay in a state of peaceful power when the storms of life come, relationships, life, pandemic. How can we stay in a state of peaceful power? We're going to be working on that. And I'm going to, for those that buy a ticket, you're going to get an option to get this. And we have another piece of wall art as well that we're going to be giving away as a keepsake and a reminder that you can hang on your wall and just to always anchor in peaceful power. And that's what we're doing. So I'm going to put the link in here for the event. Forgive me for not having that, but as soon as I get off here, I'm going to drop the link and get a stream ticket, get a live and in-person ticket, but other than that, do what feels right to you. Take a step in your best interest. And that's what we want. I have some Instagram folks on here as well. So love you. God bless you. Just do something. Do something. Let's agree to do something together here. All right. Amen. All right.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you.
God bless. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless.